What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today's video is the Hellcat Redeye and whether or not, is it really the best muscle car to date? There's going to be a lot of people that are going to think that it is, and there's going to be some people that think that it isn't. I want to go over that topic at hand, not only the reasons why I think it is, the reasons why I think it isn't. Overall, though, I think that the Redeye is probably the best muscle car ever made. Now, that's not to say that, the Demon is a bad vehicle. But there is a lot of reasons why I chose the Redeye. There's a lot of reasons why I chose the Redeye over the Demon, even though they don't make the Demon no more. There's still Demons available. I found a couple, but they're just too pricey. And even if it was the same price, or close to the same price, there's some things that make the Demon the perfect car for some people and not so much others. And that's the topic at hand. So I'm going to get right into it. And the first thing, obviously, of why the Redeye would be a better choice than the Demon is price. Now, that being said, if you price out a Redeye with every available option, you're really not much cheaper than a Demon per se. Demon's going to get you around $95,000, whereas you're going to be looking at about 86 to 88 for a Redeye. There's really only about a $6,000 to $8,000 price gap between the two. Now, with that being said, the reason that I feel the Redeye, not only besides, saving a few $1,000s, several $1,000s, there's a few other reasons why the Redeye is a better purchase. And the main topic, besides obviously the money, like I said, is the fact that the Demon is, for a lack of better terminology, I would say is a one-trick pony. We've all seen what happens when the Demon roll races on the highway. It doesn't really come out on top. In fact, I don't think I've seen a Demon roll race very much on the highway and win anything. My Hellcat lost to a Demon in a roll race bone stock, well, with an exhaust. There was no tune on my car, really. So I had nothing. I had a stock Hellcat with an exhaust, which really doesn't give you horsepower unless you're tuned. And not only that, I had like 300 or 400 pounds in the trunk, and that, I had all kinds of shit in the trunk. If I had, the trunk straight empty, it may have been a little bit closer. The point is that the Demon's not good on the highway at all, not even close. It's not meant for that. It's not to say it's not a badass car, because it absolutely is. It's the fastest production car ever made. So mad respect to the Demon, but the problem is that the Demon is a one-trick pony meant for doing one thing very, very, very well. That's what the Demon is for, drag racing. To be honest, I don't think that a Demon roll racing, I think it would probably lose to a stock Challenger Hellcat. 717 horsepower Hellcat could probably walk a Demon on a highway bone stock. Stock for stock equal racers, I think the Demon would lose. It's not meant for highway racing. The 309 gears are no good for the highway, which is why my Redeye has 292 gears, or 262 gears, 262 gears, not 309. Those are no good for the highway. They're no good for gas mileage. They're no good for cruising. They're no good for top speed. The only thing 309s are going to help you with is getting out of a hole really fast, and that is what they're for. So with that being said, the Demon is a fantastic car. I love it, but like I said, one-trick pony. You need to run race fuel. You got to have your race PCM calibration in, trans brake. You got to release both paddles to inch up and get on the tree. And then you got to launch. You have to be on a good prep track surface and have the skinnies up front and the drag radials out back. With all that and a good driver, if everything goes well, we've seen them run 995s, 985s, 970s. They're right there in the nines. That's wonderful. But a Demon on high performance summer tires or just on pump 93 is not going to run nines. I think I'm not exactly 100% sure on the best times, but from what I've seen, a Demon on 93 is running mid 10s, 10.5, 10.7, 10.8. Some I've seen 10.9. I don't know what the best time is, so don't quote me on the best time. I've seen mid 10s on a pump gas Demon. So with that being said, the Redeye on pump gas is running 10.8 at 131. Now, to tell you guys how fast 131 is, a Scat Pack traps about 116, 118, depending on the driver. Hellcat will trap 122 to 126, depending on the driver, depending on the conditions. But the average for a Scat is about 117, 118. The average for a Hellcat is about 124. My Hellcat traps 133. So the fact that my Hellcat is making 800 wheel horsepower and it's trapping 133, the fact that you're going to get 131, 132 out of a stock factory Redeye means it's just about as fast as my car is now, 100% bone stock. That's badass. Now, the only thing different, brings me to point number 3 of why the Redeye is the best muscle car currently and all the way up until now, is because even though the Demon has 808 horsepower and the Redeye has 797, don't let that fool you. There is no difference, absolutely no difference at all between the Demon engine and supercharger and transmission and complete driveline between that and the Redeye. There's zero difference. There's none. It's identical. The Redeye is a Demon, period. The only thing they did was remove the race PCM. The wheels and tires are different, and they took out trans brake. That's pretty much it. That's basically, in a nutshell, that's what the Redeye is. It's basically a Demon with a few features missing. Now, with that being said, the Redeye, in my opinion, for price and what you're getting, is the best muscle car. And basically, the fact that it's a 2.7 liter blower, which is the same as the Demon, and the fact that it has 262 gear option, you're going to get Hellcat highway speeds with Demon power. Now, the PCM and calibration is why the Demon makes 11 more horsepower. They detuned the Demon engine just a tad to give it 797. So the power is there. They just detuned it. Now, with that being said, I don't think I recall the exact number, but from speaking with Josh at HHP, I think a 285 pulley and tune on the Demon did 840 wheel horsepower, like 850, basically what I made on race gas. So with that being said, with a 285 pulley and a full tune on pump, the Hellcat Redeye with good tires, and I'm not talking about the tires that I'm getting from the factory, which are just, high performance Summers. If you basically run it with good tires like Mickey Thompson's or maybe some Nitto NT05s or NT555s, both, the drag radial versions. If you heat them up good and you can connect, no issues, no spin, get a good 60-foot time, say 1.8, 1.7, with a 285 pulley and a tune, the Redeye should be running, in the low 10s, 1010s, 10.0s, maybe 999s, 989s. It'll be right there with the Demon if you can launch right, and you should be getting traps of 136 miles an hour. Now, I picked up 10 miles an hour on my trap almost, like 8 or 9 with my pulley and tune. So I would expect to see the Redeye to get about 135, 137 with a 285 pulley and a pump tune. You're absolutely right, Daryl, and the hood's different. I really hated the snorkel hood. I couldn't stand it. I'm going to be honest. I thought it was just ugly. I just didn't like it. And the more I see it, the more I like it. I don't like it as much as the Demon hood, per se, but I'm starting to really like the hood. It's growing on me. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with that just yet. But on to the next topic at hand, which is the fact that the Redeye will make serious power on race. According to Josh, this is, Josh is my go-to guy when it comes to, anything Mopar tuning. Josh at HHP is the best in the business. There's nobody better, in my opinion. And almost everybody else's opinion, it's the same thing. He's a staple in Mopar. Josh is the man, so big shout out to Josh. And all the guys down there at HHP, I know them pretty well, been there many times, and they're just really super awesome guys, and they know what they're doing, and they do a very good job. I mean, Josh got my Hellcat to run side by side with what some of my subscribers are saying is the benchmark supercar, the 720S. Up until 150 miles an hour, he walked away by a car. That's how fast the Hellcat is, especially when you're tuning it right. Now, with that being said, Based on what Josh is saying, the Hellcat Redeye, since it's the same as the Demon pretty much, he says the Demons are making high 8s, low 9s on MS-109. So that means with a 285 pull-in an MS-109, an aggressive tune, I should be seeing 900 to 925 wheel horsepower all day. Now, what that means, I'm going to smoke the living shit out of my tires, but if I can get myself some Mickey Thompson, drag radials and stick them up, heat them up real good, my Redeye should run, for the simple fact that the Redeye's got the killer chiller and, all the stuff that the Demon has to keep cool, but not only that, has boost limiter in each gear. So first gear is like limited to a certain amount of boost. I think it's like 5-6 pounds. Second gear is almost full, like 10 or 12. And then after that, you get full 14.6. Now, when I do the pulley, I'm going to be running 18 pounds. So that's going to, it's going to bring those, boost levels up. But with that being said, being able to launch will be a little bit easier. And with the better tires, the wider track stance, I anticipate that on race fuel and a race tune, having 900, 925 wheel horsepower, the Redeye should easily run, not easily, but in good conditions with a good launch and a good track, should be very, very well set for 950s, 940s, 970s at about 139 miles an hour. With that being said, the Demon on race fuel, not modded, not anything, just a stock Demon with its race tune from the factory with a decent driver like, say Demonology. He's running 9.7s, 9.8s, 9.9s, and he's trapping, 135, 136, 137, I think a couple times, 134. Haven't seen all the runs. The fact is they're only making 790 wheels, 780 wheel. You got to remember the Demon's not making more power than a tuned Hellcat or a Redeye for that matter. It's the trans brake and the fact that its launch capabilities are so advanced and phenomenal that the car can just get out of the hole so damn fast. It's the 2.3 0 to 60 time. If you take 1/10 off the 0 to 60 time, I believe it equates to like 0.15 or 0.18 or something like that. And the 60 foot is 1/10 is really 2 in the quarter. So with that being said, if the Demon was to have a 3.0 launch 0 to 60, it would actually run 10.6s. So basically the trans brake is what's getting the Demon up there. 790 wheel on race, 735, 740 wheel plus on pump. The fact that my Redeye is going to be making somewhere in the 900 wheel puts it about 100, 120 more than a stock Demon. That means my trap speeds are going to be way north of 135. I'm honestly anticipating a trap speed of about 142, 143. Remember, the McLaren traps 145 and it only has 640 wheel horsepower, 670, something like that, like right in the mid to high sixes. I'm going to be making almost 300 more wheel horsepower. I know a lot of McLaren guys are going to say, yeah, the 720S weighs 1,400 pounds less. Yes, it does. It weighs 1,400 pounds less. But we're talking about 300 wheel horsepower gain. That's a lot. On a trap speed, there's no reason why a 900, 950 wheel horsepower Redeye can't trap 142. I anticipate being in the low to mid 140s. We'll see. Very high 130s, very low 140s, maybe mid 140s. It's going to depend on the 60 foot. It's going to depend on the 0 to 60. If I'm running a 1.7 60 foot and I'm connecting with drag radials very well and I'm getting out of the hole, I'm trapping 140 all day and I'm in the high nines. It's just, that's the nature of the beast. You're talking about 1,050 horsepower crank Hellcat Redeye. So they're going to trap higher than the Demons. And that's why, in my opinion, I feel that it's the best muscle car released, because the Demon is the fastest production car, one trick pony. That's it. It's not good at roll racing. It's not good on the track. It's the road course. It's great that it's a daily driver and the fastest, production car at the drag strip. Absolutely wonderful. But the Redeye has a back seat. I know the Demon can get one, but the Redeye comes standard with the back seat. Family can go for a ride just like the Charger. It's just that it's 2 doors. It's going to trap higher. You're going to make more power. It's going to be better on the highway. Unless, of course, you're tuning your Demon, then it's still a drag car. It's not going to be good on highway rolls. The fact is, The Redeye has a 5 mm wider stance, I believe, than the Hellcat does because of the wider wheels. So therefore, there's a big improvement, and there's a different suspension on the wide body. So it's much better around a road course. So I can go road coursing with the Redeye, and we'll see how good it does. I have no idea. I haven't been road course driving in about 8 years, so I'm going to have to get warmed up and go with the Redeye. Last time I did that, I was in a Type R Honda, which is pretty much one of the better cars in the world for road course driving. What's up, Xander? What's up, Automotive Guru? Frost, what's going on, boys? It is a pain in the rear end, for changing the pulley. But it's a pain in the rear end if you don't know what you're doing or if you've never done one. Typically, removing the blower requires moving the back cowl of the windshield wipers, stuff like that. The wipers got to come off. Once all that's out of the way, you can access the supercharger, take all the bolts off. You can take the intake off and gets things out of the way, disconnect the lines. You can pull the top of the supercharger off and remove the snout. Once the snout is removed, you got to have a special little tool that you can buy, put it in a vise and remove it. So if you've done it a couple times, no problem. It's about a 5-hour job if you have the tool and you take your time. The guys at HHP can do the job in about an hour and a half. I've watched them do it. It's absolutely spectacular to watch those boys work because they're really good at it. It's a different experience than a Hellcat, Alex. It really is. The drive shaft is a Demon drive shaft. So the Redeye comes with a Demon drive shaft. Everything's Demon. The axles, the rear end, the half shafts, in the rear. Everything's Demon. Everything. So it's a really great car. And with all these points in mind, I would say that the Hellcat Redeye, like I said, is probably the best muscle car to date because it's not a one-trick pony, in my opinion. It's the all-around car. 203 mile an hour, whereas the Demon's limited to 168. It's just a lot of things. And I don't want people to take this the wrong way. I'm not bashing the Demon. I think the Demon's is badass. It's one of the best cars ever made in the history of mankind, doing what it does. But if you're looking to buy a really fast car and looking to buy that fast car that you can drive everywhere and it does more than one thing very well, like drag racing, but also good on a road course, also good at roll racing, good on the highway, and overall the total package, the Redeye is it. If they had given the trans brake to the Redeye, it would be the best muscle car ever made with no question at all, which is why they didn't give it the trans brake, because it would take sales from the Demon or take value from the Demon. So with that being said, the Redeye is absolutely phenomenal. And for the price that I got the Redeye for, I can't complain, nor can I turn it down. So that's why I bought the Redeye. Yeah, the front suspension's a little different on the Demon. It's what we call drag suspension. So the wide body Redeye Hellcat is more or less for track. The non-wide body Redeye is more or less for street. The wide body's kind of track and street. The drag strip is the Demon. So you get three setups for three different purposes, basically. With that being said, I was never really a fan of the hood. It's growing on me. I love the Redeye. I should have a VIN number here, hopefully in the next 2 weeks. I think I got a VIN number for my Durango SRT. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got that in 2 weeks. It could be wrong. I think it was like 2 weeks, though, because I ordered the Durango SRT September 18th or 19th of 2017, and I had a VIN number the first week of October, and it was only 4 weeks to 5 weeks after that I took delivery. So I anticipate maybe a total of 8 weeks max. So with that being said, I would say we're probably somewhere around Christmas or New Year's time, which is right when I wanted it anyway. The hood is really cool. And trans brake on the Demon, yeah, Daryl, I agree. It's you have to have a skill to use that. I've used it. I know how to use it pretty well. I'm not saying I could use it as good as Demonology, probably not, because that guy's mastered the trans brake in the Demon. But yeah, you have to really know how to use trans brake, and the average person does not. The launch control on the Redeye is significantly easier than the Demon, and a hell of a lot easier than the Hellcats, because the Hellcats, you just smoke the tires up. And it's a lot better and easier than both other cars. So I'm really glad they did what they did, with the Redeye. And Xander, that's about right. 2 weeks with the Durango. So if all goes, according to plan, by this time next week, mid next week, I should have my VIN number, but we will see. As far as the Charger, I think they're going to be getting just the regular wide body 426 when that naturally aspirated engine comes out. It's not been announced yet. The wide body Angel, I think Dodge is waiting for the wide body Charger for the Angel. Now, Dodge likes to have people speculate. There's been a lot of speculation about the Dodge wide body Charger. So, you know, they know we want it and they're going to release it. It's just a matter of time. Thanks, Javi. I appreciate that. The F8 green is gorgeous. I was looking at B5 blue. I was looking at black. I was looking at, what do they call that? Xander's got a white SRT Durango like I did. I think is it knuckle white or white knuckle clear coat or pure white knuckle. It's something white knuckle on the white color on the Durango. My Charger's white knuckle too. My Charger's same color as my Durango was. You know, a lot of people have been asking me, you know, why is the Durango sold? And it's been a year. So if you're watching this video and you've ever asked yourself or asked me or just thought about it, why is a Durango sold? It's been a very long time for me. It's been a very long year for many reasons. And there's some reasons I'm not going to get into and why the Durango sold. But there are some really good valid points on why it's gone. And that is there really wasn't much content to make except tuning it. I did what I wanted to do with the Durango. I wanted to experience it. Thanks, guys. It is white knuckle. I couldn't remember because it's been a year since I've seen the key tag in the build sheet on my old Durango or my Hellcat. So I wasn't 100% sure. I did look at Plum Crazy. In my opinion, Plum is gorgeous. The problem with Plum Crazy is that there's too many of them out there. The same with Destroyer Gray. Now, when Destroyer Gray was released, I loved it, and I still do. But the reason I don't like it as much as I used to is because all automotive manufacturers are using a variant of Destroyer Gray. It's like, it's very much like a bandwagon. And I've seen a BRZ, a Subaru BRZ that had a Destroyer Gray simulation-like color. I've seen a Honda that had one, a Hyundai. There's just too many cars out there now going with the Destroyer Gray. So when I saw F8 green, in fact, I saw it on one of my subscribers' cars. His name's Petey. He just bought a Charger Scat Pack with a 392. And he had F8 green. And I was like, oh my God, that is a beautiful green. That is a really nice green. So I thought about that and I looked online. I kept an eye on it. Now I'm going to tell you guys, I know I said I lied, but it was more of a secret to surprise you guys. I've been thinking about getting the Redeye since I made the announcement. And I've been watching the website every day. Finally, when the 2019 was available on the website, I immediately looked for the green that my subscriber Petey had on or has on his Charger Scat Pack. And when I saw that that green color was available, I just lost my mind and had to order it. So the green's gorgeous. I got the stripes, the wide body pack, everything. You should watch that video if you haven't already. But it's just a gorgeous color. I've seen it in person. Right, Xander, I agree. You go to war with that color. Now, I'm glad I'm forgiven. I find it like it's just kind of like a lie, but a secret for you guys. Let's see. The Charger is faster than the aerodynamics. Yeah, I've been arguing that point for a long time. The Challenger is more of a brick, you could say, than the Charger. But with the new aerodynamics of the Demon and the wide body, I'll give you guys my opinion because the day I take delivery, I'm doing a review, getting tint on, going to GTOS, getting the exhaust done. I'm going to Josh. I'm getting tuned, pulley. I'm taking to the drag strip every single weekend. Every single weekend, we're going to the drag strip. It's going to be badass. Then we're going to the road courses in the spring too. So there is a lot of stuff coming for the Redeye. B5 blue was actually my second choice. I thought about white because a lot of my cars have been white. But the thing is, I don't know. It's kind of like Mike. Mike had a bunch of yellow cars, a bunch of yellow Corvettes and stuff. And he changed up the colors a little bit too. And I figured, I had a white Durango. I got a white Hellcat. I got a white Type R. It just didn't make any sense to get a white Challenger. Not to mention the Charger looks good in white. I don't like the Challenger in white. I just don't. I do got to get 500 miles on it first, and I can't make that a fast process because you can't put highway miles. They don't count. So the first 100 have to be stop and go, gentle throttle. Then it's like 200 or 100 to 200 miles or 100 to 300 miles, something like that, is half throttle all the way up to 3,500. And then 300 to 500 is full throttle, but you don't bounce rev limiter or no launch controls. So I'm going to have to do a lot of driving the first week I get it so I can change the oil, which I'm going to immediately at 500 miles, I'm getting an oil change and a magnetic drain plug. Bam. And I won't run any oil in my Hellcats other than Pennzoil Ultra Platinum. It's the only oil that I will use. And the white SRT filter, not the Mopar, not the black oil filter, only the white SRT filter. That's the only one. Vanishing Point was a great movie, and the white Challenger was sick, but I'm just not a fan of the new modern Challengers in white. They're too plain. So my choices were B5 blue, F8 green, Destroyer gray, and black. Those are my 4 colors. I don't like any of the other colors on the Challenger as much. Octane red is good. The orange is good. I forget what they call the orange. Go Mango, I think. So I'm not really... I like it, but I'm not a fan. So the orange, the white, and the plum were kind of out. It was really B5, F8 green, you know, and Destroyer gray and black. Those are my 4 colors. And if they didn't have F8 green in the, you know, the Redeye, I would have went with Destroyer gray or black first. B5 blue would have been my final choice, but I was really going to go between Destroyer gray or black. I probably would have chose black because I think black is so slick and sleek on a muscle car. So it basically, my choices are F8 green is number 1, number 2 is black, number 3 is Destroyer gray with a very close 4th B5. I like them all, but F8 green was my number 1 choice, and I got it. So that I'm very happy about that. Let's see. I'm just reading comments. Yeah, they do make great advertisements, Pennzoil, that is. They make great ads, and that's for sure. And I love their oil. And another thing, too, I think that I'm just reading comments. And oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, the white DSM, you said you got a wicked white Evo and white knuckle Durango. That's a habit. Yeah, so basically the DSM, I'm going to assume that stands for Desert Silver Metallic or something, because there was another car that had that paint code. I can't remember. But yeah, I do love white. I really do. It's a pure color. It looks good at night, especially with glossed up wheels and tires cleaned up and sparkling and waxed. White and black both look great. The basic colors already. Burgundy colors are nice, but I really got the color I wanted. F8 green is phenomenal. I got the color I wanted. I couldn't be happier. I'm super pumped to see the car. But with that being said, yeah, black is kill the lights. The cops are coming. They'll never see you. Yeah, black is very hard to keep clean. To be honest, almost impossible. So with that being said, what do you guys think of today's topic? Is the Redeye the best muscle car to date? In my opinion, overall, I think it is. And that's why I bought it. I think it really, truly is to date the best muscle car overall. Is it the fastest stock production car? No. But it does offer a lot of other things that make up for that extra second at the track with all those extra tricks. And the fact is, I could easily just put a race tune in catless downpipes. I could run Q16 and run 950 wheel horsepower all day. Good for low 9s on drag radials. But I don't want to break nothing. So we're going to take it slow. We got a lot of stuff coming. Remember, guys, GT Haas is coming up in January. We are going to see how loud the Redeye can be. Because remember, something else, the Redeye has different headers than the Hellcat. So it's a louder exhaust. So with the GTOS, it's going to be insane. It's going to wake the dead. And with catless downpipes, forget about it. Like they say in New York, forget about it. It's going to be insane. Like there's going to be no one going to be able to sleep with that exhaust firing up. It's going to wake everybody. And I can't wait. The Elephant, like I'll put it to you guys like this. I had a comment here says, the Elephant will snap the Redeye in half. It will. But with that being said, a race tune will put the Redeye right beside the Elephant. I plan on doing a Elephant supercharger. In theory, a Hellcat 3.0 liter supercharger on my Redeye with a 285 pulley and a tune on 93 pump will make about 950 wheel horsepower, maybe like 900, 925, something like that. It'll be right around there, but it'll be in the nines, low nines, mid nines, not sure yet, but that's where it'll be. Race tune, 1,000 wheel. To be honest, I think the Redeye really is the best decision Dodge has made. I wasn't a believer in the beginning due to price and a couple other things, including the hood. But over time, it's grown on me, and I've become very much in love with the car. So I think that it was probably, or is probably, the best muscle car to date. That's my son. What's up, buddy? My son is coming to get me, so I'm going to spend some time with him. You want to come say hi, Xander? He just took off. Hey, you want to come say hi? Well, he ran off. He came to tell me something. But in any case, I think the Redeye is the best muscle car to date. The 8-speed torque flight can't handle... Dada. Yeah, buddy, you want to say hi? The torque flight can't handle the power in the Hellcat. That's why the transmission's got a beefed up torque converter from the Demon. That's why the Redeye has that. So the Ram trucks you're talking about now, they're going to be NA 426, 520 horsepower, or the Hellcat engine. Now, the Ram's not going to get the Redeye engine. It's going to get a detuned Hellcat, which is going to be 650-ish. They might go full 707, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I love hanging out with you guys. Daily uploads and live videos. Hopefully I don't miss tomorrow night. I've got a review coming on the Suburban. Don't miss that. The Suburban is a great SUV. I know I probably don't have a whole lot of Chevy and GM subscribers yet. You know, it's probably growing a little bit, you know, the fact that I got the Duramax. But check that review out. The Suburban is a really fantastic SUV, and it's not performance-oriented. It's a different niche, different market. That's coming out. I'm really impressed with the Suburban. I really am. Also, guys, I'm going to go. Yes, I agree. TU says get the stock record for the Redeye. Definitely going to do that. I'm going to do it for sure. Going for a record. Go for broke is what they used to say back in the 90s when I was growing up. Let's go for broke. Anyway, big news too to let you guys know before you leave, before you sign off. Thursday, I am reviewing a Destroyer Gray Trackhawk. That's right, Destroyer Gray Trackhawk at the dealer I bought my Redeye from. So sometime next Monday or Tuesday, you're going to see the Trackhawk review. I haven't done one yet, and my style of reviews is much different than anybody else's, and I drive it, and I drive the living hell out of them. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with the Trackhawk, and then after that, I'm reviewing the Longhorn Laramie Ram 1500. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Be sure to check out tomorrow's review on the Suburban, and then Wednesday is my son's birthday, so I may miss the live feed, but Thursday we'll be back at it with a live video at 9 o'clock or an upload yet. Haven't decided yet, but we'll see you guys in the next video. Be sure to share the channel. Check out the store, drivewaydemons.com. Get your merch there and support the channel. We got to get the subscriber count up, get the views up, share the channel, make my Redeye videos go viral. That's right. The ordered video, the one that says Hellcat Redeye ordered, it's official. You guys know that video I released the other day. Let's make that video go viral. Let's see if you guys can do that. Share it everywhere. Let's make it go viral. Remember, the more subscribers and the more views and the more merch I sell, the more videos I bring for you guys. And in order to make the springtime great, we're going to have some mod money, and we're going to have the channel being really successful and high in views. And that's how we're going to do it. So thanks, Frost, for the happy birthday. We'll see you guys on the next upload. Gary, wait till this video posts to YouTube when it's no longer live. Then go back, watch it, like, comment, share it, share the videos. Go back and share that Hellcat Redeye video that I did and make it go viral. And also check me out on Instagram. Add me on Snapchat, Drive with Demons. I got guys in here right now that have added me on Snapchat, and they'll tell you I chat with them all the time. I try to make it a priority for my subscribers. But until the next video, guys, we'll see you next time. Take care, everyone. You can see my son's yelling, wants my attention. Take care, everyone. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping in. I'm not going to say any names because there's too many names now. So everybody in here, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys. Have a great night.